a good day, and Dad said to include the date, and it is June 6, 2011, and currently 9:02 p.m. So shall I start at the beginning? Okay, I will. First, I had history, and then in history,
You forgot breakfast.
well, first I had breakfast, then I walked to school, and then I had history. And then history was cool because, okay, so there's these, okay, my goal is to get a 10 in history this semester. I want to get all 10s. But part of history is participation, and participation is where she asks you questions and then you raise your hand and answer them, and if you get the right answer, she gives you a check mark on the board, and the check mark means a point for participation. So yeah, and I haven't been doing that, but in this semester I did, and so I did one today, and I got a check because I said La Guerra de Ofio, and it was cool, and not everybody.
What does La Guerra de Ofio mean?
It means
What are you doing with your phone?
looking at it. It says I'm 74, it's double hours going down, but I know for a fact that that isn't true because I was 184 before dinner. So, anyway, La Guerra de Opio is the Opium Wars in China, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. We're just sort of, yeah. And then I have Spanish next, and this is the best part of the whole school day. Well, yeah, and because, okay, so we're learning how to do legal documents, fill in legal documents, and then in legal documents, so first he has 3 questions about how, come on, first he had 3 questions about, like, just to fill in about legal documents, and then he said pick a verb that is commonly used in legal documents and then conjugate it using all the intensives. Like he said indicativo y subjuntivo, which is indicative and subjunctive, and I wasn't really sure what indicativo was, so I went and asked, and he's like, oh, it's all the tenses. And so I was like, okay, and so
all the tenses?
Pretty much. And he's like presente, presente, preterito, copreterito, past preterito, you know, all this. Ante preterito, ante futuro, post, yeah, that. And so a lot of people didn't know what they were doing. And I was like, I know this, bingo. And I did comprar, and I was like, writing
you did pagar, or Italian.
Yeah, pagar. I did pagar. And I was like writing as fast as I could because I didn't figure out what we were supposed to do, since I spent the first part of the class answering the first questions and then also filling out some of my legal documents. And then when I did so I was like writing as fast as I could for the conjugation, and then he was at the door because his deal is where he signs your thing and you have to get like 10 signatures a bimester to get your participation points or something. And so he was and also he's writing down the people who didn't do it, and they would get negative points. And so I gave it to him and he signed it, and I was like, oh my god, he signed it. I wish I could have gone like, hey look everybody, he signed it. I'm the English kid. I didn't know Spanish on the first day of school, and guess what? There's only probably 5 people who got signed, and I'm one of them. Ha! And I was so happy.
That's a good day.
Okay, and then we did soccer, and I went to soccer, and Sophie came, which I'm so happy that he came because I'm pretty much the only girl my age. And so I talked her into coming, and so she came, and I think she's happy and that she came. And then we ran laps, and I felt that I was in pretty good shape because Sophie kept on having to stop, but I was like, come on, let's go. Woo, woo. And then
So you felt you were getting stronger?
yeah, like I'm in shape. And then okay, and then there's this pit where we play, where you can, mostly it's used to hit balls off the wall, you know, for tennis, like And then, but in this time he split us into, there were teams of 4, and we were playing, and we put it in there. It was like football rapido because it's like just fast and and it's a tiny pit, and there's 8 players in there all playing, and they're all huge, and they're all kicking the ball as hard as they can, and one actually knocked me off the bench, but and then that doesn't matter. And then I was on Sophie's team, and we were chosen last, and so we weren't really the stars because all the stars chose the best players, and so we were the misfit team basically. And but I scored 2 goals. Ha ha ha. So the first one was sort of lucky, and it went around 3 legs or something, and it went in. And the second one, I was an open field, and I aimed it, and I shot, and I scored. And the coach was cheering, and they were like, "Oh my God, you scored!" It's like, I'm the girl. I scored. I'm the girl who everybody thinks is weird because I'm the girl. I scored.
And what did the entire group of people do when you scored? Oh, that's what they did.
I was sort of not paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice job.